Welcome back to Britton Farms Homestead. If you're new here, we do a lot of homesteading with cows, chickens, rabbits. We plant gardens. We give you tips and tricks on that. We do a lot of home cooked recipes. If you like that kind of stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. So today, what we're gonna do is we are going to plant blackberries. We have 75 blackberry plants that we're gonna put out. And right now we're working on a fence because if you haven't been around long, you probably don't know, but we have deer issues. And these are thornless blackberries. I'll go over what type they are later. But we have 25 of 3 different types. And we're gonna work on the fencing today, then get the plants in the ground. Right now Vince is out there mowing down the grass where we're going to put the fence up. But today we're going to start with the fence. I've made a huge boo-boo. I don't know how I did that. How in the world I made this mistake, I don't know. But everything costs twice as much as what you think it is. It's going to take 5 times longer than what you think it is. The flipping mount that's supposed to go with it, right here on the box, you can see it's supposed to have a mount with it. It's not in the box. Roll with the punches. So while he's mowing down the spot we're gonna put the fence, I am driving around the property, gathering the tools to make the job happen. Right now we're going to go get the fence posts that are piled up over here. And I've got the shovel, I got a piece of rebar for our ground wire, or ground for our, geez, I can't find words today. My mouth betrays me all the time. I know what I want to say, it just won't come out. For our fence charger, we are, got the rebar for that, getting the fence posts loaded up, and the solar charger's in here, and the blackberries are in here. So here we go. We are using these posts right here. They're just the plastic electric fence posts that have a spike on the end, and you just push them in the ground with your foot and run your electric fence wire however many strands you want on these little posts. And we know that, you know, it's not going to be that tall and deer can't jump over it, but we're not making them very wide because our blackberry plants or bare root plants, they're only about that big. So we're going to put these close enough that the deer can't jump in between the 2 strands of fence. If they try to jump in it, they're actually going to jump over it or just fall right on top of it. So we hope that they get close enough to it zaps them and they decide to leave it alone. But anyway, we're fixing to load these up and get them moved down there so we can start on our fence. Draw the line, or pull the line, and put another fence post over here. We're trying to get the rows straight as possible. We'll see, because we're just kind of eyeballing it. We measured from the fence, so it's 40 feet off the fence, and our rows will have 10 foot in between, and the bushes will be planted 2 foot apart. And Vince is over there eyeballing to see if it looks straight, because there's really nothing for us to measure off of to make sure that it's in a straight line, but we don't know if it's crooked in a straight line or if it's straight. And we can't go by the road because it curves, so there's really nothing straight we could go off of. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We now have our posts up where our fence is gonna go. We're going to run a wire, say this spot right here is where we're gonna put the plant. We're gonna run electric fence wire on this first and this second on both posts, so it's only going to be this high off the ground, but it's so close together a deer can't get in between it to eat it. Hopefully gets in the fence and is deterred. Now we're fixing to start digging our holes. We're gonna start digging our holes. And I have this auger thing that goes in your drill. We're gonna see if that works. I don't know. We're gonna try it and see. I think it's gonna take 2 hands though. How you make it go back? Worked pretty good. See? Ooh. We've now got all of our holes drilled for all 3 rows out through here. We're working on getting our solar system fence chargers set up. We got the 10 miles because that's the one that's rated for deers. The 5 mile was not rated for deers. So this is the, turn when the sun's not shining on us. This is the fence charger we got from Tractor Supply. It was $189. And it's a 10 mile fence charger. And looks like it does sheep, pig, cattle, horses. And on the back, it also tells you the different miles that cover what. So on the 10 mile, it covers deer and coyotes and bulls. But the 5 mile does not cover those 3. But we need the deer covered to keep them out of the berries. So it's the next day. We only got our post in and our holes dug yesterday because we ran out of posts and had to go get some more. And Tractor Supply only had white ones, so we have black and white posts now. But we hope to get the fence up and get them in the ground today. So this is where we ordered our blackberries from. We have 3 different kinds, and what we have to do now before we plant them in the ground, we're gonna put water in these and let their roots soak in the water for about an hour, 2 hours, something like that, and then we'll put them in the holes in the ground. These are the first ones we're going to put out. I don't know if you can see that. The prime arc is what we're going to put out first. This is what our berries look like. The next one is triple crown. Man, these look way bigger than the others. And the next ones are freedom blackberries. I've got all the blackberries soaking in water in the pans of water now, but I've made a huge boo-boo. I ordered these prime arcs, not realizing that they weren't thornless. I don't know how I did that. The other 2 are thornless, but this one is not. So at this point, we don't want to plant those because sometime we want this to be a come pick your own berries. Nobody wants to pick berries with thorns on it. We really don't have anywhere to put them. So I'm gonna take them home and I'm gonna plant them in pots. And then we're gonna figure out something to do with them. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe we could sell them to somebody else. I don't know. We'll just have to see how that works out. But we're gonna take them home, put them in pots, and I'll show them to you. These guys right here, see, they have thorns on them. This is not what we wanted. I don't know how I made the mistake and ordered these with thorns on them, but we did. And this water they're in is just pond water, so that's why it's murky and nasty, because we still don't have water up here. But these are the triple crowns. And the nice little looking plants. I mean, they look really well. And then these are the Primark Freedoms, and they are also thornless. And these are just the Primarks, not the Freedoms. I don't know if went back, and I don't know how I got these, but I did. And it is what it is at this point. They're ours, they're paid for, they're good looking plants. We're just gonna put them in pots and go from there. So we're actually just gonna have 2 rows of blackberries now. I'll have to order another 25 plants of thornless to go on our last row. How in the world I made this mistake, I don't know, but it is what it is. But we're gonna go ahead and work on the fence, get the charger hooked up, make sure everything's working before we put these in the ground, and hope they grow after that. So the 10-mile charger that we got for the fence, we put it up and it wasn't strong enough. Vince could hold on to it and it would shock him a little, but he could still stand there and hold it. So we know it's not going to keep a deer off. So we had to take it back and go get a 30-mile charger. So we're fixing to put it up and make sure we can get a good jolt off of it before we put our blackberries in the ground. So one thing that we've learned since we've been trying to build our homestead here, everything costs twice as much as what you think it is. It's gonna take 5 times longer than what you think it is. So you just have to roll with the punches. Ain't that right, Baba? So we just got back from Tractor Supply and we spent an hour on the road taking one back, and they didn't have the 30-mile one, so we had to drive somewhere else to get the 30-mile one. We got the 30-mile charger. Here it is. And the flipping mount that's supposed to go with it, right here on the box. You can see it's supposed to have a mount with it. It's not in the box. So now, remember I told you it's gonna take 5 times longer than what you thought? We have to, I guess, take it back. I don't know what else to do. And we're not gonna get blackberries planted today. So I have to keep them alive in a box again for another week because I gotta go to flipping work next week. Or tomorrow, starting tomorrow I gotta go. Today's Sunday. But it is what it is. Roll with the punches.